Good evening, everyone. I, Vidya, Senior Coordinator of Alumni Committee, extend a hearty welcome to all of you who represent diverse professions on behalf of Alumni Committee, IIM Visakhapatnam. We welcome our Honorable Director, Professor Chandrasekhar M. Snow, Professor Deepika Gupta, Chairperson of CDS and Alumni Office, Professor Shivshankar Patel Snow, Coordinator of Academics and Research, Professor Anuradha, Dean of Administration, all faculty members, and of course, the cluster of all the intellectual minds present here are beloved alumni, a very delightful evening to one another. It is indeed a privilege for all of us to have an alumni here to large at Sanshrey, the mega alumni homecoming event 2021. We all know for anyone and being the busy professionals that you all are, it takes a lot of stress and time from your husband schedule to be here, and for that, I thank you. But one thing we can assure you is that at the end of the night, you will cherish your IIM days and the experience to take home will be your. It has been 7 years since our institute started. As we all know, it started at a temporary campus with a batch of 47 students, but with the dedication shown by the administration, the faculty, and the faculty that we all should to learn all a name for our homes. It was all volunteer for our home. We, as a batch, are trying to live up to the excellence of former batches were recognized for, and I applaud you all for setting up benchmark for all of this. I once again welcome you all to Sanshrey 2023. Warm welcome and Shruti, Junior Coordinator of Alumni Committee. To proceed this special evening, symbolize the start of this event as a pathway of knowledge, wisdom, and memories that each of our alums behold. May I now request our guest on stage to inaugurate the event on an auspicious note. Also, I would request Srinidhi, our beloved alum from the oldest stage, to join us on the stage.
Welcome. We begin. Come.
Thank you, guest. Now I would request Professor Deepika Gupta, Chairperson of CDS and Alumni Office, to address the gathering with the opening remarks.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sanshrey, the Alumni Homecoming for 2023. It is a privilege and honor for me to speak on this August gathering today. And as alumni, we all know you are our ambassador for this institute. And it is up to all of you to carry its value and traditions forward. Whether you are in business, in technology, art, or any other field, you have the opportunity to make a difference. As we gather here today, we reflect on the journey that brought us to this point. For many of us, the institute holds a very special place in our hearts. It has been where we forge lifelong friendships, gain invaluable knowledge and skills, lay the foundation for our future. The bonds of friendship and solidarity that has formed during the academics continue to endure and are a testament to the power of this institution. This institution has shaped us into the individuals that all of you are today, and for that we are forever grateful to the institute. I hope each one of us continue to cherish these moments with our fellow graduates, faculty, staff, and all other individuals of the institute. Today, as we come together to celebrate the nostalgic moments of our 2-year journey in the institute, let us look to the future as well. As we come together today, let us remember the experiences and memories that we shared during our time here. So let us take this opportunity to reconnect with old friends, make new friends, and also share our experiences and ideas. I'm confident that today's interaction will not only be a celebration of our achievements, but also be the start of new collaborations and partnerships. Whether you graduated last year or you graduated 5 years ago, I know that each one of us have a unique and inspiring story to share. So let us make the most of the opportunity. Let us connect with each other, share our experiences, collaborate on new ideas. We hope that this Mega Alumni Week creates a platform for all students across various programs and across various batches to connect, network, and enjoy the time that all of us spend here at this institute. The world is changing at a very unprecedented pace, and with it, the challenges also that we are facing are changing every now and then. I have no doubt that alumni have the time and determination to make a positive impact on the world and to continue to push the boundaries of what is possible. Shan, I am very happy to share that Sanshrey 2023 is being held in our permanent campus for the first time, and just after the COVID pandemic. As the alumni chair, I would also like to update some of the initiatives that the alumni office is continuously working on. We are working on getting the alumni association formed. I'm also delighted to share that we are a very young institute. We are just 7 years old, but we will be soon having an alumni associations. Even on other times, I am not almost 30 years to actually have an association. But I think it is the right time that we start beginning our work on getting an alumni association formed in this institute. Modalities are being worked out, we'll share with us. And I hope it is time that some of the alumni will definitely have time to return back to the institute or give new ideas to the institute on how to take things forward. We are also working on the modalities of having a young alumni achievers award, male and female. We are working on that this year and we share the things, and we hope that we have the first round of these awards in the next Sanshrey that we'll have next year. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to all of you for joining us today. I thank faculty, staff, all the students, the current batch, all the alumni from various programs who are here and making this program a grand success. It's truly inspiring to see so many alumni coming together, celebrate the shared experiences, and build new connections. Let us continue to stay connected, support each other, and make a positive impact to the world. I would like to start by thanking each and every one of you for taking time to join us today. Thank you and have a great evening to enjoy and celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring words. Now, I would kindly request Professor Sanshrey Patel, Coordinator of Academic and Research, to give the welcome address.
First of all, warm welcome to all our alums on behalf of all the program offices, faculty, and the departments. Welcome you. Respected Director, Chair Senior Alumni, and all the students, and the in-charge seniors office assistants there.
Good. Nice, good.
So anyway, we are late, but I just wanted to, as a welcome, what I as a alum and how my alum, I think two very important aspects that I thought that I welcome you. You can instill here in this institute. One is of pride and other is gratitude. So when you go out and when you have out there, you're essentially doing great. You put all your effort throughout your life, reach somewhere that can bring pride to you. You're associated. When you go out, that pride continues, you do hard work to bring quality to your organization, and that brings pride to this organization. Let us just extend this whole pride. And I have my 20 years where I'm just trying hard to get inside the academic institute. Another 20 years I go and I serve the society. So when I move out of the organization or the institution, it carries an inertia of pride. I go to a place and I'm coming from IIM and I'm doing great here and that brings pride. But when you cross that, 10 or 15 years, then comes the gratitude, the indebted. So when I look back, I say, okay, I graduated from this school. When we meet, we say, okay, what we can do. That whole gratitude and indebtedness comes back and say, okay, to do something for this organization. We are very young institute. You guys are in that first phase where you're feeling pride and bringing pride to this organization. There will be a time when this whole gratitude will start kicking in. And then the indebtedness will tell you to go and back to something. You are one. Now, when we talk about this gratitude, what is the problem? Challenge that you're facing right now. I see, when I was going to school, I paid 26.5 rupees per annual fees when I was in middle school. And I paid 40,000 when I was graduating from university. And I think there is a relationship between we all, including our director, we were part of highly subsidized education. I can emphasize or have conjecture that the highly subsidized education has some relationship with gratitude. Now, if we are in a space where the education is highly market-based, you guys are, paying a huge fees, and that's where something which is going to be missed. So, what we can take this challenge, you, Alumni, how can we bring that subsidy or subsidized education to the current student that is going to come in future? Maybe we can put all our effort and we can instill this entitlement of pride and gratitude. We all welcome you all here for 2 days. Enjoy the nostalgia. Do great where you are. And on behalf of again every faculty and everyone, we welcome you here. But keep that entitlement of pride and gratitude. So once again, welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I would humbly request Dr. Alumni, Dean of Administration, to speak a few words.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My speech wasn't really planned, so I have been put on the spot right here to come and speak to all of you. I really don't have, when you're not planned, I think there is a couple of things that comes directly from the heart. It's lovely to see all of you. I think many of you whom we've taught, some of you who've come here are older in the institute than some of us as faculty are. So it's nice to meet all of you too. We've met the students from the founding batch also, so it's really nice interacting with them. Welcome back. And I know for all of you, this is the first time in the new campus. It's a lovely campus, and I hope you have a nice 2 days here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call upon Professor N. Chandrasekhar, sir, Director of IIM, to give the inaugural address.
Thank you. Good evening to all of you. It's a wonderful evening, and what makes it sweeter is the fact that we are meeting in our own campus, this beautiful, wonderful campus for the first time ever, and to see a gathering of alumni from our TGP, alumni of our TGPEX, and to celebrate it on this occasion in this beautiful campus is really a wonderful thing. I'm told that about 100 alumni from different batches have come here, And some I am told by Sanshrey that some are on the way because the flights got delayed. Let me begin by extending a warm, special welcome to all our alumni who have taken time out of their schedules, because Jan, March is a tight month for any individual working in the corporate sector, because you have the pressure of results and pressure of delivery, but you have found it appropriate and you made it convenient to visit. So that goes to show how much you love this institution and the respect that you have for this institution. So thank you very much. Let me also thank our the SAC of the current batch, Tari, Deeksha, Keshwari, Shivani, Sangeet Raj, Ansari, and Atul, who have done a great job of building the careers of our young students here, contributed a lot to the smooth functioning of this institute, and particularly when it involved, movement from the temporary campus and the hostels to this relocation. They, along with the entire student body, have extended complete, full, unstinting cooperation, which made this shift very seamless and streamlined. And after that as well, ensuring that the academic program runs smoothly on time, despite you do have a bit of inconvenience here. For example, the construction is still going on, but despite that, you have taken it all in your stride and you have contributed well. So I would like to thank the SAC as well as the entire student community for making the shift smooth and also ensuring that everything is going smoothly as planned. When it comes to the PGP2, since many of our alumni are also here, the very first batch had set high standards for IIM Visakhapatnam, and all the succeeding batches have actually built on that and enhanced the reputation, visibility, image, identity of this institute, as a result of which, as I hear from Deepika, our CVS and alumni chair, currently the average package for the graduating batch is 15.79. And if you consider the fee paid as 14.33, that's a return of 110%. I would like to congratulate every single PGP student for the tremendous effort they have put in terms of ensuring that they are brilliant, but ensuring that they land good roles and ensure that the silsila of ever increasing packages is maintained and maintained very well. So, and as far as the PGP1 is concerned, again, Deepika tells me that 70% of our students are already placed, and I do look forward to all of the PGP1s getting placed by March 15th or so, and that will be a cause for celebration. So, let me turn, friends, to a few things which I thought I'll share, and these are generic in nature, since many of our PGPEX students who have tremendous amount of experience, who have on average about 15 years of experience. Since they are also here, they are already leaders in their organizations, and our first batch is already entering senior management roles. So it will be, in my view, I thought these pieces of observation that I might have might be useful. Friends, all of us know that while what we teach in the 2-year program is important in terms of building your domain skills in the various disciplines of management, what is coming out strikingly, if organizations have to be respected, is a commitment to transparency, a commitment to sustainability, a commitment to socially responsible practices. I keep saying this, we are a subscriber to the Principles for Responsible Management Education of the United Nations Global Compact. We are also a member of the Sustainable Development Solutions Network. So our job here is to mainstream everything concerning social responsibility and environmental responsibility into the teaching that we do here. So as brand ambassadors of IIM, one piece of advice I would like to leave with you is that in whatever you do, please look at the ESG angle, whether this is fair to all the stakeholders. That's something which you might want to do. I'm sure you're doing it, but as a head of the institution, I thought to share it. The second one is what we call about the global reporting initiatives, encapsulates the not just the economical, the performance of the institute or the financial side, but also on the environmental and societal commitment and how good it is performed. The latest World Economic Forum, friends, we had it in January. Every year it happens, and January, I think 16 to 20, the World Economic Forum met again, and I would urge all of you, if you have not already looked at the website, detailed videos are posted there, detailed discussion papers are posted there, detailed analysis is given there, which gives you a lot of input because you are the future, top leadership. For example, PGPS is already into top leadership, stepping into that, and our PGP alumni are getting into senior leadership. So there is a lot of input, a lot of advice for us if you look at the World Economic Forums. It speaks about the essence or the essentiality of adapting what it calls as an adversity quotient also, apart from the intellectual quotient, apart from the emotional quotient and social quotient, which will typically represent the system skills, the soft skills, the social skills. There is also something called how do you, in the face of adversity, how do you stand your ground? How do you convert challenges into opportunities? How do you keep your head above water? And how do you continue to succeed and stabilize that way? There's a lot of advice given in the World Economic Forum. So I would urge you to go through it. The second one is, we are running a lot of online as all of you know, maybe some of the alumni may not have faculty. We have 37 strong faculty, and to my mind, we have the strongest cohort of faculty among all the UIAs. And all of them are at regular roles. They are not visiting, they are not flying, they are not one-day faculty, they are here. So, and all of you know, they bring tremendous amount of credibility to what they teach. Extremely high credentials in both teaching, research, and industry exposure. And today, I would like to share with all those who have assembled here, because of that strength, we are able to run executive education programs, of very high order and very, very successful. We are running programs, we're conducting executive education programs today for Indian Oil Corporation, Maharatna Company, HPC, Maharatna Company, Power Grid, NTPC, Maharatna Companies, Maharati Coalfields Limited, Hindustan Shipyard Limited, Larsen and Toubro Limited, Government of Assam, and Mazwa Docks Limited, about to start. The Canada Bank program has just concluded. The program. I was just thinking, today, the EEP office has forwarded the feedback some of the participants of the Canada Bank have shared. I would just like to read a small bit, two lines of it. It said the mail was addressed to her, and EEP office forwarded to me. Your tagline is Vidya Param Daivatam, knowledge is supreme deity. The way you have designed the program and the knowledge update for us sharpened our skills, especially the personality traits and leadership quality, shows your commitment to your tagline. It's a wonderful program. We wish IIM all the very best and may it flourish and reach high skies. That's what someone participated. So what I said is that the knowledge So the presents and the practice part that the faculty bring here, we are able to translate that into skill update, knowledge update for the cohorts who are coming to us. And so alumni of today are actually students of tomorrow because you are given. Deepika spoke about the real world is changing, and the skill set requirements are changing. So there are a lot of opportunities available, online programs available. And I think we should also find a way of how our alumni can take benefit of the several executive education programs we have online. You think about it, how best we can onboard you, and you are part of the family, so you should also have the benefit. So this is one thing which I wanted to share. So always be in the learning mode, and given though we are teaching management, there is a lot of focus on STEM in management these days because everything is about analytics, econometrics, about actuarial science, about energy, environment, sustainability, much of it has got to do with core science. So it's important for us, whatever our domain was, before we enter the MBA program, it's good to go back to those domain skills for us and sharpen. The third point which I would like to share is, this institute, we have been able to do well, and on the governance part, we are extremely, thanks to all our staff members here who, have several leadership roles in administration. We are running this institute, to high levels of quality and governance. I must tell you quite proudly that hardly ever there is any comment by the controller and auditor general on right now, for example, the transaction audit is going on the institute. It's a regular thing that happens year on year, but hardly ever, anytime ever, has any external audit agency found anything wrong with those investments. So we are very proud, and I would also like to state, not that I want it, and that's what I am actually touching the wood right now. We do not have even a single court case on us. Never ever on any front. That again speaks of how well governed our institute is, and I would like to thank every single member of this institute, whether it is my faculty colleagues, staff colleagues, students, and various other stakeholders who work in partnership with us, because it's a mutual trust. If there is mutual trust, things will move on. That's how we have been able to get good this. I would also like to mention a little about internationalization. We are one thing that we haven't been able to put together, though we tried a bit and then COVID did the spoil sport, is on the internationalization. Shiv sitting here, you would know, some of you might have participated in the program. He, along with the faculty from the Toronto Metropolitan University, from the Ted Rogers School of Management, had actually conducted a blockchain and business strategy, a course on blockchain and business strategy. It's a course for the joint cohorts from TRSL, TMU, and IIM. We have several other programs lined up like that. We recently had very top leadership team. For example, the chair of the board of trustees, the president of the university, the dean, the chancellor, etc., visiting us from the University of North Carolina, from the Elon University, North Carolina, from the Toronto Metropolitan University. We also had from Miami University. So we are building on these relationships, and right now you would also be very pleasantly, you'll be pleased to know that one of our own faculty members, Alumni, is actually teaching right today a course on logistics management in the Asian Institute of Technology, Bangkok. So, and his selection has happened pan-India, across India. He is among 3 or 4 faculty members chosen from across India to teach in IIT Bangkok. So we are expanding our international footprint, and in the sense of building relationships with them, and I do hope that for our future batches, these will come very handy in terms of whether faculty exchange happening or student exchange happening. One other thing I would like to leave with you friends, because when I stand here, I not just as the institute's director, but also my age gives me that, bit of elbow room to give you a piece of advice, so I take that liberty and indulge in that. Today's, when we speak about the national education policy, it speaks about making students how to think. The entire pedagogy should be focused on making students how to think than what to think. So we are similarly reorienting our pedagogies. We are revamping the way we are going to teach the programs. And I do look forward to distinct changes happening in this from the academic year 2023 onward. The entire NEP talks about learning, doing, and being. Learning comes from your curiosity. Doing comes from your creativity. And being comes from the confidence. So we are trying to bring these principles of NEP into our teaching, and hopefully it will succeed. Just a couple of points more before I conclude is, World Economic Forum's report that I was talking to you about, there is a chief economist's outlook, which is there and published in January 2023. It speaks about, all of us have heard about the difficult times in the corporate sector. We have heard IO Shraddha go live on Twitter and speak about the layoffs that are happening. There is also, particularly this is for the PGP students who are in the leadership roles, there is a tremendous feeling of students, not students, employees getting disengaged at work, what is called as wide quitting. They are not actually, their heart is not in the job. They are present 10 to 5 or 9 to 6. But they are just about do what is required of them, but not going extra mile to contribute to the economy, efficiency, and effectiveness of the organization. So this is a concern for leadership and for our alumni as well, who, as I said, are stepping into senior leadership roles. How do you address this? And because it says that the two major concerns that the World Economic Forum identified for businesses are one, the fault lines of the geopolitical fault lines, which are a reality, honestly, I don't have to learn it. And the 60% of the world leaders said there will be a recession in 2020. So we need to guard against. And they said that tough times ahead for business. 91% said because it is a weak demand. 87% said because it is an account of the high cost of borrowing. As all of you know, inflation is quite high these days. The next one, how do they counter? How do they try to keep their head above water? 86% said we will cut operational expenses. 78% said we will lay off our workforce. That's right. And 77% said we will optimize our supply chains. So these are some of the concerns that I'm sure all of you are aware of, but as we prepare ourselves, as we tend to reskill ourselves, as we reposition ourselves in terms of the value that we bring to the organization, it is important that we are in constant learning mode, we become adaptable, we become agile, we acquire the diversity quotient as it is put, so that not only do we stay stable in our organizations and contribute, but also if and when any kind of an untoward incident were to befall us because of general recession, then our skills and knowledge levels are such that we can easily relocate and continue to contribute. So that is just I want to share. I don't want to stand between you and the rest of the evening where you have planned some good celebrations. I would once again like to compliment all the alumni who made it today for this function. I want to congratulate once again our PGP group. I want to compliment all our PGP 1 and wish them the best of luck. Exams are around the corner. In just about a month, PGP 2 will actually graduate. 29th March is the graduation day for us. It is the convocation day for us. And as things stand, I'm yet to get the confirmation, but I am sharing Mr. Amitabh Kant is invited as a chief guest. As you know, he is the G20 Sherpa. He was the former Secretary of the Government of India, former CEO of the IIM. So he has orally said yes, but we're just waiting for a technical translation to come. We look forward to seeing you all in full strength, whether you are alumni, whoever can make it. And of course, all our students, 29th March is the day. So let's look forward to that. And I would also like to, lastly, this campus, some of the facilities are still getting built. There's a slight delay in the project. I would like to, make a special, mention a special word of gratitude to our project management team, who despite the many costs, because they have to look for several clearances on the statutory and regulatory side, they have to manage the contractor, they have to deal with the project management consultants, ensure good quality, ensure timeliness, ensure that the project doesn't run into cost, doesn't have cost over. So it's a very tough job they are having, but when it comes maybe 5 months from now, you would actually see the full mesh facility. As the project management team tells me, we are going to have a FIFA accredited football ground. I can already see cricket being played on a beautiful ground. And the kind of sports facilities that we are going to have are really world class. You will see it for yourselves. And whoever visits our campus, friends, this is not my say. I'll only give you 2-3 instances. Dean Planning, Madam Lizzie Philip, Professor of Civil Engineering at IIT Madras, is our building and works company. She is so very impressed with the facilities that she has that we have here. She has actually sent a team from IIT Madras to study how we are doing so that in the new buildings they could. So similarly, teams from IIM Visakhapatnam, led by the director himself, have visited us and seen the facility here. And we said, fine, if you find our designs good, you go ahead and perhaps you could replicate it. And as some of the vendors tell us that many of the designs, the good things about our design are being taken forward by them as well. So this is a wonderful facility. Please treat it as your own property, as if you own it. Treat it with the kind of affection, love, and care that you treat your own property. And we'll continue to have celebrations of this kind in this campus. And next time when you come, as I say, it will be much more in bloom in terms of the functionality of the facilities. And my last word for the alumni, do keep visiting us whenever you want. And one last request I have is, like any other public institution, we are entering into tough times as far as finances are concerned. Grant will stop completely from the year 2023-24. Earlier, we were getting a liberal grant, it comes to zero from 2023-24. A campus of this kind, if you have to maintain it, currently it's costing us 6 crores per year. And when the other facilities are, it will cost us 10 crores per year. And all of you have studied finance, you are all MBA graduates, on an asset of 500 crores, even if you consider 5% depreciation on average, 25 crores will hit my P&L as depreciation. So we are slightly tighter, but we are in a very tight position as far as finances are concerned. So my appeal to all alumni is, if there is any way you could help the institute in its finances, for example, naming of buildings, naming of facilities, instituting endowed chairs, giving scholarships to our students, etc., that will be of great help to the institute. I know our PGPs are for 7 years, 6 years, 7 years into their work, and PGPs, of course, are very, they come from the senior leadership of their organizations. So if there is any possibility, we can work out and how we could. We are also actually coming up with a giving policy. Many of the owner areas have a giving policy. What does it entail in terms of responsibilities on the institution, obligations on the institution, when anyone donates a facility or funds a facility? So we will publicize that soon. So if there is any possibility, we will fit that. Okay. Once again, all the very best to all of you. May you scale great heights in your careers, and may you touch higher peaks of excellence in your performance in your organization. God bless you. God speed.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your aspiring thoughts with all of us here. I request our guests to join the alums and we'll be proceeding with the next.
Are we obstructing any view here? There's a camera right on that. Oh, okay.
It is with great pleasure that we now proceed to a special panel discussion with our esteemed alumni. Today, we bring together a group of individuals who have made a significant impact in their respective fields and have left a lasting legacy here at IIM to represent their respective batches. So without further ado, please join us in giving a warm welcome to our panelists, Srinidhi S. Amit Maurya, Mahima Chauhan, Sharak Deshpande, Raviteja Bhattu, A. Srinivas, Swarna Lata, Palash Karan. And the moderator for this discussion will be our alumni secretary, Keshav Jha. Handing over to Keshav.
Can you mute this? Is it possible to mute this so that I go back to?
Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Pitch it up.
Keshav Jha from KCP. It is always a special occasion when we come together with our alums, learn from their experiences, gain from their insights. We have a very diverse cohort coming from different batches, different industries, and it is my pleasure and privilege to share this stage with them. I will take this opportunity to welcome all of you here. Let's start by introducing all our panelists. Hello, I am Mahima Chauhan. I'm from PGP 2018 and 20 batch. I currently work in Moengage, a product SaaS company as a marketing operations specialist.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Srinidhi S. From the very first batch of this institute. It's great to be back here. I'm currently working as a manager with KPMG in the finance transformation practice. So, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Good evening, everybody. I am A. Srinivas, General Manager working in Research team at the Instrumentation Power Plant Department. I have done this course with PGCP, which was the first batch and the last batch of this institute. And this is a bridge for coming up with the PG specs in this institute. And I came to know recently that this course is also to be ended offline, which goes to an online course. It's a very good decision because people working in industries, it's a painful job for them to come all the way from long distance. It's a nice decision to make this an online course, and it gives a lot of knowledge to the people who are working there. I like that they will continue, and I think IIM is going to do all such innovative things. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for organizing this. This looks to be a very pleasant evening. My name is Falash, and I am a alumni of PGPX 2022 batch, which recently got convocated. Currently, I am working with a IT consulting firm. It's called Cognizant, and I'm located in Bangalore. Again, it's a pleasure being at my home. Thank you so much.
And the company for everyone. I'm Swarnalata from PGPX 1921 batch. I'm currently managing director of my own company, Textile Industrial Solutions India Private Limited. So, regarding my company, we do products all over India. Regarding the industrial equipment, like turnkey projects, some of our projects were ISRO, LTPC, RINL, SAIL, ISPO, something like that. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Kailakeja from PGP 2022 batch. It feels really wonderful to see our juniors here usher in the post-COVID conditions full-fledgedly. And thank you so much, Alcom, for organizing this at this moment. And it feels privileged for us to come here as an alumni and watch this unfold. And yeah, I'm working in Deloitte as a product lead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amit. I am from PGP 1719 batch. I'm currently working as a climate risk consultant with TCS and looking forward to the discussion. And it's a pleasure to be back here. Thank you so much.
Hello and good evening, everyone. So I'm Shara, PGP 1921 batch. So currently I am working in Agrotech Foods Limited, which is affiliate of Conagra Brands USA. I am working in the capacity of National Key Account Manager for e-commerce. So Agrotech Foods Limited is the umbrella of brands like Sunrock, Active Popcorn. Currently, I am handling Big Basket and Big national accounts for my brand. Thank you.
And thank you all the panelists for introducing themselves. The main and the important part of passing from an institute is applying the skills, the knowledge that we gain here into our workplaces or our lives, for that matter. The thing that we miss out is those sharing those experiences, learnings, and passing it on to our juniors. So this is a meet where you can actually pass on those learnings. I would like to know from our panelists, what is that one thing that you passed out after the campus and you felt that was missing? And how would you actually bridge that gap? I think I understand.
Couple of things. One obviously very thing that was missing and in our batch was obviously the campus and the whole campus life that comes with the curriculum. So that's where the collaboration. Not to say that I don't mean that we didn't have that sort of collaboration, but when you stay within a campus and every day you keep interacting with people from diverse backgrounds within one single roof, that's something we miss. Being co-located in campus and your place where your classes are going. I think you guys are privileged to have this permanent campus. But one thing that I would like to highlight here is, see, when I was a student, my majors were not in finance. It was something around marketing strategy had few final subjects. But then my job is currently out and out with finance. So one thing that now if I look back, I feel that's the learning on campus or some of the key finance elements that I learned on job. Had I taken it upon campus, then I think it would have enhanced my learning even more. Yeah, but there's always some things that you learn and some things you learn on job. I think it's all there.
Yeah, so do you think like the finance clubs or the clubs and committees that are working can work more towards it? Maybe Parash can throw some light on that.
Yeah, see, I took it a different perspective on this entire thing. Whatever institute provided me during my cohort was the best of what institute can give me. As a student, it was also my responsibility to use those best resources to learn and grow and optimize it. Having said that, couple of things in which, as you asked, probably finance club or any other clubs could make an impact is that probably developing on its own existing resources. And when I say that, probably extending these resources to other programs as well, if possible. Probably in developing processes, developing your standard operating processes when you have any kind of suggestions or feedback that is required. I personally see, since we have different programs and different cohort, to be saying PGPX or our executive education program, if it comes within your purview, taking some of the suggestions from them as well to give a broader aspect on the challenges that you are currently facing. You never know, you might have some different solution which you probably could not have thought of. And having said that, I still feel making the best use of the resources is still in your hands of whatever time you have. That's my view.
Thank you, Parash. I think that is really noted by the Alumni Institute also. The thing is that we have 20 plus clubs running, and I would actually want to get back to your question on that. But here I would like to ask Ravi, like we have 20 clubs running. Do you think it's enough? Are we doing too much, or are we not putting in enough efforts in these clubs? Or what else can we do?
My perspective is when you have large number of clubs, there might be some areas which come in common, they might clash. So that's fine as long as you have a particular vision and you're working towards that, adding value and brand to our college. As long as every person, my main motive is everyone should grow in all round, not just studies, and also studies. So as far as that vision is fulfilled, I think you're doing good. And be it 20 or 30, I think student bodies go through rigorous processes even to have those or not. So in the first place, I feel if you are accommodating 20, that's really good. And what I would suggest is just go all guns blazing in adding value to your college, adding value to every person through that every event you are trying to do via those 20 clubs.
Amit, I would like to bring you into this discussion. So, like, you have worked, past experience you have. So, what do you think should students and even faculty should bring it into the academics or any other area or field that we should be doing or want to bridge that gap between what industry demands and what we are doing right now?
So, I have mostly worked in fields in banking and although everyone might not resonate So, although everyone might not resonate with it, but I feel, things like Excel and all should be a part of curriculum for everyone and anyone who is working. I think we as individuals don't get into what importance it can bring. And Excel should be a very important part of the curriculum that we teach. I think even when we at our times we used to go to Bangalore for placements and all, and there the seniors used to give us special sessions. They had their own knowledge base that they had. Not that knowledge base. This also was a very important part of the thing that they imparted to their juniors. So for me as someone who has worked in consulting and banking, I feel Excel is very important. And someone who has worked in marketing as well to sell things. If it is a financial product, again you need to have understanding of Excel so that you can make it out what it brings out to the customer. So I can surely say that. So for us, PGP 1790, it was a optional subject, but I feel that it should have been a very imperative part of the curriculum. That is what.
Thank you for that. So, moving on to our next question. Sarak, I would like to know from you, being an alumni of the institute, what do you think, what do you expect from the institute, and how could we be more helpful to our alumni in terms of alumni increase in the alumni network or through portal or any other way? Because we feel that communication and keeping all the alumni connected is a major challenge that we are facing right now. Although we do have an alumni portal, but it's only once in a while that we go to that portal to check out maybe any update or that. So that is one thing that we want to know from the alumni. How can we help in that?
Yeah, okay. So first thing, I would like to tell about the industry from where I come from. So I belong to FMCG industry. So basically, the general perception is in FMCG company, if you want to enter, generally the first role which management release will get is directly into the sales. Okay. So, but when I work in FMCG, I came to know that FMCG are demanding new talent from the IIMs, but they want some flexible internships. I mean, they want people to work on field for let's say 2-3 months. And multiple times, even my manager, my senior management asked me that can we have collaboration with your friends or your institute? But we don't want that fixed tenure of internship that is 2 months, April, May, something like that, right? So if we can compromise on one subject, I don't know, maybe some credits if we can give. And I have seen that if the performance is good, the FMCG companies are directly hiring the interns into the management roles. So that's what one suggestion from my end. Second question from you, Keshri, related to this alumni. So I very well understand the challenges currently we are facing. Particularly, we are from the COVID batch. We have suffered a lot of many things because of this, and many of my friends, I feel personally that they don't have that kind of synergy also. Because most of them, I mean, at least my batch was fortunate to meet at least in campus. But my junior batch, 22 pass out batch, I think most of them never met also. I mean, if they have come to convocation, then they would have met. So that, at least for this 2-3 batch, 20, 21, 22, if we can take them as a priority and try to engage them with the institute more compared to the previous batches. So that will be great. And third thing in the alumni portal, I believe if you can segregate the alumni based on the industry they are working from. Because I personally feel in my placements, only 4 or 5 people got into FMCG. I was one of them. So basically, because a lot of people coming from IT background, they are going into similar kind of fields later on also. So if we can have that segregation of our alumni portal based on the industries, then it will be helpful. I think.
Yeah, Sarah, I agree with that. That with the COVID batches, I think the desire to come back to the campus is very evident because we have the highest numbers from those batches, 1921 batch and 2022 batch are the maximum number for the alumni. So definitely we'll take that also into consideration. The thing that we want to know from PGPX and PGCEP batches, how are we like, are we able to bridge that gap for you people, or do you expect something that's missing?
Knowledge is power. Learning is continuous. I want to say, right throughout my industry, I was working there, doing different courses. I've done PGDCA, same MBA we did now. Okay, like MTech, like that. It is how it happened. But once on one fine night, I found my wife browsing and saying, "I will apply to IIM PGCP course. What is this?" So I thought, let me do this also. So it is totally different. What we have seen in IIM is different compared to other institutes. And the first day, our professor said, "You don't give me any respect. You and I ask call me with my name." It is a totally different methodology how I have experienced in this institute. And the interaction and the discipline I found, see, I was thinking that top institutes, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, all these things. I found same thing in every institute. Once I saw big IIM like, or maybe new IIM, Vizag is doing the same. And I thought it is only a question of individual how it should be. And next thing what I want to say is to have this whatever clubs to interact with different industries. And the requirements will be having going for an MOU continuously, like every month, 3 days course with HRD, which will be useful for the industry and that will bring finances to the I also do. Okay. Because all industries want their own employees to get knowledge into management and how to manage the non-executives working under them. There will be so many other problems. These things could be resolved by having certain great terms being taught in our institute here, which if they were put into and taught in a streamlined way, going into the HRD courses, they will show a better efficiency and operational activities, which leads to again marketing and increase in their EBITDA. So that is how whatever clubs are there, I'm not aware anyway. They should go and interact with individual organizations. And Vizag is a very big base of it. Inside industry, and so we keep the MOU continuously and go on doing such courses. It will be useful. And this PGCP, VGTech and all also they are continuing. So what I heard is COVID people are saying they were away from the classes, personal touch. I do agree. But online courses also has given a very good impact on this, because now I was just going into the classrooms of this campus where I saw so many facilities. When I was in Andhra University, it is a real boredom subject. If I don't come to class, I don't understand it. Here there are facilities like anything. People who are at home also can feel they are sitting in the class. Like now, so many projectors, so many mics are being built up. I was just going to all classes, right? This is half an hour. So this is one great thing being done here. So this is what I can suggest how we interact with the industries and make people grow and think about it. I think this will be a useful thing what I have told. And talking about what we expect is, suppose our alumni are included into webinars, guest lectures being conducted in the institute. So, okay, we may have time, may not have time, but people who have will go into it. Nowadays, it is simple, creating a WhatsApp group and just passing on information. Some people be interested, they may come, do useful to the institute, and the same thing may be useful to their organization. Okay, that is one thing. And suppose I complete my service in a year and a half. If the same PG Tech is continued, I may be a student back here participating in the class, whether it is online or offline. This is my intention of and the As the name of the program, whatever is Sanshrey means in Sanskrit is aiming at glory, achievement. The name itself is good. We hope it was turned into, I don't know who has made. So I wish IIM Visakhapatnam to do all the best and go into the top list of these schools in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Srinivas. This is the last question that we would want to do, and this is a very personal question to each of our panelists. If you would have to do this all over differently, what would you do, and what is that one thing that has helped you in your later lives or in your careers? Rahima, I think we'll start with you.
I think my experience was really good in IIM. I made really great friends, had really great professors, and the facilities and accommodations also at like par, but yours campus was later principal. So one thing if I have to do all over again will be, I think I'll be participating in more of the case studies, and initially I used to be hesitant on more, not thought that it will not be able to do it or crack it. But I think that you have this confidence and you take part in a lot of competitions or case studies floated across different organizations and companies floated. So I think you can make it if you start building yourself. So I think I'll do that.
Counter question to that. Don't you think like people are already, it's not my opinion, just the curriculum is such that people find it difficult to manage the academics and the curriculums already that are in campus, plus the social life that they have and networking. So how to manage those case studies, and like, what were those things that help you if you have that case competition?
One thing that I think you should have involved with professors, because when I have been in my business life, like when I work, I reach out to professor myself in certain use cases where I figure out, okay, this could have helped me, or I think this use case, or I can just discuss this scenario with them. Okay, but that really helped me out. Even their experience tells us something. So you can easily approach many professors and you can discuss the case, and I think they will really love to help you out. So that would be one thing you can start with.
Personally, for me, see, when I was new to this program, PGP program, first month was all about getting used to the program. So there are a lot of uncertainties and the pressure, the tension of deadlines, all those things. You are still getting used to it. Now, it's given a chance, what would I like to do it differently? One, I would definitely want to explore more of Vizag and other places, and make my journey a bit more fun. I would like to bring in more fun angle to it. Obviously, at the hindsight now, I know like this is all a journey. There's nothing to be very stressful or tensed about. And two, I would like to study more subjects which are immersive, which have some elements of more elements of field immersion or entrepreneurship, or the ones that you don't have chance to learn that outside. Like for example, any finance or marketing concepts, you can always do some online course. You can read that book and you can keep learning. But some of the emotional subjects, they are the ones that can be learned only on campus. We have some of the best faculties teaching out there. I would definitely want to study those subjects. And obviously, like it corroborates back to my first point, I would not like to have any element of even tension or pressure, even from the first day. I would just like to enjoy. At the end of looking back, the 2 years were probably the best years of my life. You learn a lot. So subjects aside, two things which you learn the most out of this institute is to respect time and how to manage priorities. You at the end of the day, it's all about assigning different weightages to many things that you will want to do. It's all about prioritizing them. I would want to explore more how to probably change those weightages, how to manage priorities, which the institute has already taught me. I would like to explore more about such like.
I want to add one thing to the current batch students. Now the trend of the students is to wake up late nights. I think this is a long run health affecting business for the individuals. And one more thing, early morning, whatever we give, the output efficiency will be very much. So this may not be possible, I don't know. But still, I am forced to say, sleep early and wake early. This is for the current batch. I do understand there are so many projects to be done, so many assignments to be completed, material to all of these things. Anyway, you sleep late at 2 o'clock, wake up at 10 instead. Go to bed early by 11, wake up at 4:30. That's really interesting. Current batch, I have to say, not only to the students, I want to talk into these lines the professors also when they are giving lectures to the students. Anyway, I may be wrong because impractical, it's maybe impractical as on day, but I do find it useful in it. That's the reason why I pulled the mic and talk back. Very sorry if I am disturbed.
See, that's a very interesting and scary question. Getting it for the first time into such prestigious institute is no piece of work. But one thing that I've learned during my tenure or program with the institute is being patiently persistent in whatever you do. That's what makes a difference. And it could be in your professional life, in your personal life, or with any kind of a situation that you are facing right now. That two terms is what this institute has taught me in the forms of giving me assignments, case studies, lectures, interaction, teaching me different modules of be it any tools or techniques or models. Those were just the mode and medium to test how patiently I can be persistent with whatever I have given and optimize to the best of my ability. And that's what I'm applying in corporate as well right now. One thing that I was able to shift my entire industry was based on this approach. And it's been quite helpful to me. The only thing that I would like to add in doing it next time would be making it more probably process oriented in terms of being involved in more of academic opportunities that probably are yet not a part of PGPX cohort, or probably be involved in more any kind of activities in which we as a PGPX cohort could be used. It could be in the form of having a brainstorming session with us in any kind of a challenge, in any kind of a situation that right now you are facing. Again, as Director Sir was mentioning, we come with almost 15 years of experience on an average, and every person has a different opinion about handling the situation. So that would be one thing. Probably I would like to be involved on those lines. Otherwise, it went quite well for me. So I'm happy.
I have the first batch of PGPs. While studying, we are doing something like schools are trained, but nobody knows about that rules. It's a new thing for everyone. I am the faculty, even the staff is even to replace a lot of people. But now I think PGPs may not be put in the next year. I'm much more concerned regarding the EMBA. So for the EMBA, I would like that workshops, how the workshops could be done. So I think that it's like in campus workshops that it will be better. I think that by doing PGPX for 3 months, or actually we did it only for 3 months in campus because of COVID, people were not able to do that only online. Okay, since below this will be there, it is like in campus. For EA, it is like floating the EMBA that won't be there. And international immersion is also much more better. That would be looking for the sense of cooperativeness, everything. And I would also like to, for EMBA or PGPA, there are any clubs also. Like something like industrial mentorship like clubs like that, much more better. So that's all that was there. Thank you.
Yeah, if given a chance to redo my MBA, I would do a couple of things. In my initial days of MBA, I was like, let's get the groove of MBA in initial terms. Let's wait for some time to get good understanding of this subject and then try out in the industry. But now, if I had a chance to redo, I would directly approach the industry to have multiple internships, not just couple or three of them, but right away, which would give me more time to experience multiple aspects in the industry, not just sticking to couple or two or three specializations to be specific. And also, I would have connected to alumni right from the beginning itself who are working and get to know like what their everyday work is like and what aspects of MBA would help us both in concentrating while studying itself. So that part I've done in the later parts of MBA and placements for the obvious reasons. So yeah, those were the two things I would redo. And what I've learned from MBA, which is helping me right now in my work life is perseverance, never giving up, and organizing stuff as our panelists also mentioned, like prioritizing, giving weightages to them and tracking them one by one. And most impactful ability I've got is working with ambiguity. Because in everyday work life, you get lots of stuff where you have no information to back on. So you would have to take calls, and those calls I've learned by taking with considering hard facts, information, and lots of data. So data-backed decisions.
I believe like whenever someone goes to such a prestigious institution, you should always, do some sort of SWOT analysis of himself, understanding what he is good at and what he's not good at. And I think I was probably not very, comfortable in doing stage events and, coming onto the stage. And I did not use the institution as a, as a platform to take hone my skills in these areas. And if given a chance, probably I would be a part of more of these, stage events and hone my skills in public speaking and all. So yeah, probably if given a chance, more of public speaking and stage events.
Yeah, so my personal experience, if I can turn the wheel of time. So I would like to summarize my response to this question in three subparts. First thing is moving my criticism to constructive criticism. So when I was part of this campus, so we always used to complain about something. We used to complain about H&M, we used to complain about Placecom, Acad Council. I was part of it. So everyone we are moving the boat together. So if I can go back, would change my criticism to constructive criticism. Because I felt that I have blamed people for no reason. That is one thing which I feel. Second thing which I will tell about is the Shankar sir was also mentioning about it, gratitude. Because when you move to industry, you will feel that you are on the top of the ladder, at least up to 2-3 stairs up, right? Much of the organization is below you, 70% of the organization. So we should be thankful to where we are, right? I mean, we are always will be at the top of management somewhere else. So most of the crowd is below us. So we should be thankful to that situation. We should be grateful to where we are, to our institute. So that thing was also lacking when I was here. So I feel that thing is also important. And third thing is engagement with your batchmates. Okay, in PGP1, the PGP office will make random groups, and you will be forced to work with certain people which you do not know. When you come to PGP2, suddenly you form groups of your kind of people. Okay, so even I was part of that, so I will suggest the today's batch also to avoid this. Because here we are at home, we can make choices, but when you are at the workplaces, you never know with whom you are going to work with. So that is the main thing which I have found that I should be working on here only. Because sometimes our batchmate or friends might be irritating when it comes to projects and all, but these kind of set of people will be there in corporates also. So better to get prepared here only. So these three things I'll be saying that actively. Thanks.
Thank you, all our panelists. We have had very interesting answers, and I don't want this discussion to stop, but with the lack of time, I think we learn better from our mistakes, but it's always good to learn from the experiences of others, and that is what we have gained from this panel discussion. And once again, I thank you all the panelists for joining us.
I just want to add two lines. Got to mention, this one thing I forgot to mention was about the entrepreneurship part, which Sanshrey mentioned. Coming city here, we have this IIM Foundation for Incubation Entrepreneurial Learning. This is one of the most fastest growing incubators among all higher education institutions. Why is it so? Because it's today attracting funding from the corporate sector, from public sector, from private sector, from the government, and hopefully, if things go well, in the next couple of months, Shavim should be clocking upwards of 5 crores of rupees in grants. And when you mentioned about the entrepreneurship being an immersive experiential one, so my call to all the current students and the alumni is please to explore in what way you could connect with IIM, contribute to it. You could be mentors, you could, much of it can happen online and once in a while it can happen offline. In what way can you bring traction to IIM? Because that's the future. Because if you see, our vision is also to kind of create entrepreneurial leaders, not necessarily entrepreneurs, but to think entrepreneurial. That's one thing. And you would be, if you do not know, I would like to share that 1% of our budget, annual budgets we are setting aside for our students to experiment. They can take out 1 year, they can take an academic year of holiday, 1 year holiday, they can take a placement holiday, and if they don't succeed in their venture, they can always come back in the second year and continue with the placement process, etc. So this is a facility which has come up, and I would really look at more. And Shavim is actually exploring a thought whether this facility could be open, even alumni. That will require some amendment of the policy at the board level, but Shavim is working on that. Two is, I think one of you mentioned about Hamid, I think, mentioned about Excel. Some of these things, while it is difficult to juggle all of them in the academic calendar, I would expect, for example, from the current side, whether it is Tariq, Diksha, Shivani, who are having academic and business. Now, if you want to conduct any workshop of this kind, Excel or any other skill, institute can fund. Only thing is, one of you should take the lead, whoever is the business secretary or the head secretary, because what time slots suit you, you can choose the resource person. You can slot the schedules, etc. The institute will take. So rather than having it as a full-fledged course, displacing some other course in the credit system, feel free to come up with any model of learning. If you think that people, our friend there from steel plant advised against, staying late in the night, etc. You want to run an Excel class 10 in the night till solving. You run, no problem. We have the facility here, you find the resource person, we do. So all that we are interested in is how you upscale your skills. So that complete freedom will be there. And the last one I would say is we have so many, Deepika and others have started conducting these alumni meets in different cities. So spread good word, and we will continue to host these alumni meetings at the institute's cost. And we'll see how better traction can be brought on to these. One suggestion was made about webinars, etc. I think, Anuradha, we must make a way how whenever we conduct a seminar or a webinar or a knowledge dissemination event, how do we ensure that all the alumni, all the batches, all the programs are communicated about it? Now we have a campus, even if it's a physical event, they want to come and participate, at least those who are within the city, they are most welcome. So we should find a way of how we can bring it on board. Case studies, some of the case studies, if you are all, working in the industry, is there any way we can write good case studies, provided it doesn't violate your confidentiality agreements, etc., that you have with the institutes? If you can, you have worked with some of the faculty here, if you can join with them and write. So every one of us keeps saying, oh, there is a lack of good case study here. So if there is a way we can write with equal acknowledgement of the contribution by you and by your superior, whoever permits or contributes to that case study, they can actually publish it. That's one thing we can, and institute will publish it. If it takes, some kind of resource commitment, we'll do that. And the last point I want to do, as far as the EMBA program is, many of it's based on popular demand, like you said, for example, you are in steel plant. Steel plant is in the southern part of the city. This campus is the northernmost part. If someone were to come from, it's just not possible. It is crossing the city 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers plus, and you have your commitments. So on popular demand, we have converted this into an online program. But I take your point that during the immersion, the campus immersion that we are going to have in April and May, much of it, as I keep telling my friends, in fact, Happy Paul is going to drive that EMBA program, he's the program chair. We have to focus on workshops, on immersive experiential learning, rather than again running some kind of class mode. So short projects where people can work together, where you can do creative work collectively. That's something which we are focused. That's what I meant when I said in my earlier observations that we're looking at the pedagogy differently. And lastly, the clubs part. So do feel free, the PVPX, etc. If you want to have clubs, if you want to use our facility, for example, those of you who are in the city, many of you are PVPX because you're attending classes online. If you want to meet once in a month here, use our facility. By all means, come. You want to arrange a guest speaker who will stand here and speak for an hour and hosting a high tea thereafter. That's all. No problem. Institute will be very happy to do it. So my only request is, if you take the initiative, whether it is in the form of a formal club or otherwise, use this as I said, as a springboard, as a facility which is available to you, as a platform which is available to you. Host good events, and institute will be too happy to sponsor, and in which all our young students can PVP. So clubs, complete freedom to you. Even without them, if you want to organize events, whether they are online or offline, if there is any kind of help required from the institute, financial or otherwise, we stand committed to it. Thank you.
Thank you to each one of you for your valuable insights on the challenges and opportunities for life after IIM. It was our privilege to hear from all of you. This was truly a great opportunity for all of us here in the university to learn, grow, and be inspired by the stories of success, perseverance, and excellence that you have shared with us today. We, as the followers, would definitely keep these pointers in mind. Before we proceed to our next segment, I would like to thank our sponsors for the event. Our event partner, Sita Prime Honda, and our food partner, Sarvani Sweets. Also, we are elated to partner with HDFC for the Diner Club credit card. You can avail these facilities at the HDFC booth, which is located near cafeteria. You can also go online by scanning QR code. Now, to give you a glimpse of various undertakings done by the Alumni Committee of IIM, I would like to call Senior Coordinator of Alumni Committee, Chris, on stage.
So talking about the agenda, mainly we'll be updating you about the institute, alumni activities and the alumni program. So updates about the institute. Currently our institute is ranked 33 on the NIMS rank 22 ranking, and it's the top position in new generation. We had 150 plus recruiters, and we had the highest median salary among all the new generation alumni. Glimpse of our new campus. Talking about the alumni committee activities. First of all, we have the alumni portal. Our alumni portal comes with all of the IDs which are uploaded of our alumni. All you have to do is register, and you will be getting updates about the college and our events, and it will also contain job postings. Now, talking about interaction with alumni, every year we'll have the kickstarting interaction with our alumni, and we'll also have industry comprehension and interview guidance by our. So this is the alum shrine. The alum shrine is made to recognize our distinguished alumni, and every month we put out a post this recognizing one of our distinguished alumni. Talking about notes from your alum, this is basically an interaction series, depending on various topics that will be interactive with our alum. Next, we have the roundtable conference, which the alumni committee presents for summer interviews as well as final placements. Basically, our will give you insights into the process. And we have the multiple chapter meets, the Mumbai chapter meet, Hyderabad chapter meet, Bangalore chapter meet. We have the Delhi chapter meet, which is our meet, and we're constantly adding new chapter meets. This is the previous Sanshrey, which was the Alumni homecoming, which was conducted in 2020. And this is our alumni relationship problem.
Thank you, Chris, for taking us through the enormous activities in detail. To make this evening more delightful, I would like to call on stage Anutta Mishra from PGP1 to perform classical dance of Odyssey.
Is it perfect from? Surface has no undulation. No, that's the part. You can get the match for most of the match. Yeah.
जटाओं से चिंत जल प्रवाह मार्ग गंग का गले में चिंत सज रहा है हार विश्व जन का मन शिव शिवम पवन स्वरूप है तीन लोक एक पिता स्वरूप एक रूप है कृपालु ऐसे है कि चित्त जप रहा शिव शिवम तरल अनंत पवन शिव शिवम नील कंठ सौम्य नील पंकजा समान है मनुष्य प्राप्त भेद नाग दंड काव्य धन समक्ष उनके काल स्वयं भजगा शिव शिवम धन अनंत पवन शिव शिव
Thank you, Ananta, for setting up the stage for upcoming events with your graceful performance. Now, I would like to call upon Aditya to grace this evening with his melodious voice.
Western classical or Carnatic? Carnatic. Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Like you said, right. So you can do a lot of things. And, yes.
Thank you, Aditya, for the melodious song. We are sure the alumni would be reminiscing about their time here at Visakhapatnam. As we move towards the end of the inaugural event of Sanshrey 2023, I would like to take a moment in behalf of all the students of IIM Visakhapatnam to thank all our beloved alums for giving us this opportunity to interact and learn from their inspiring stories. I would like to thank our educational institute, IIM Visakhapatnam, for giving us a space to maintain relations with our alumni. I would like to pay my heartfelt gratitude and thank our director, sir, for his unconditional support and encouragement that paved the path to a successful event. Professor Deepika Gupta, Chairperson of CDS and Alumni Office, for her constant guidance and support. Professor Shivshankar Patel, sir, Coordinator of Academics and Research, and Professor Anuradha Ma'am, Dean of Administration, for their cooperation. And Somshekhar, sir, in charge of Alumni Office, for his undying support throughout. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to Admin Department, IT Support Team, Accounts Department, Project Office, and everyone who is directly and indirectly. Before we proceed to a dinner break, I would like to invite all the admins and faculty of the guests onto the stage for the floor.
No, stage are not playing. If you stand here, it's more convenient, right? Steps. What do you think?
I would request all faculties to join the room. Any first class.
Can stand here because those stagger हो जाएंगे.
Live. Almost they're taking her outside. Would this score alumni? No, we consider. ये नहीं मिल गया